In this video, I'm going to show you how to do the Tunisian loop method. It's a method of doing Tunisian crochet in the round. I'm going to be using a crochet hook from the Denise Interchangeable Crochet Hook Kit. I have a size J crochet hook. I have a 52-inch cord. Long cord length is key, just like in magic loop and knitting, and I'll say more about that in a second. And then a little end button on the end. We do sell these as standalone kits on the Stitch Diva website. They're called the Tunisian in the Round Kit. One of the reasons why I'm using such a very, very long cord for knitters out there who are watching this video who are familiar with Kat Bordy's magic loop method. In that method, she uses a very long knitting needle, circular knitting needle, to create essentially any size circumference knitting tube that you'd want to create. Well, that same technique, I've kind of adapted it to apply to working in the world of Tunisian crochet instead. So to start the work in the round, you just chain as usual. And I'm going to chain, for the purpose of this demonstration, it really doesn't matter how many I chain. I'm going to chain about 20 or so just to get started. And after I complete my chain here, I like to work in the back hump of the chain for Tunisian crochet work. And I'm going to start in the second chain from the hook, and I'm just going to insert my hook into the back hump, yarn over, pull up a loop. And I'm going to do this all the way across until I get to the other end. So far, nothing I'm showing you is any different from Tunisian Crochet 101, just the basic forward pass of Tunisian crochet in which you're picking up loops in the foundation chain of the work. So here I am at the very end, and I have successfully picked up a loop in each chain of the starting chain. And I am going to now do a reverse pass, but before I do a reverse pass as usual, this is where I'm going to insert a little new technique here that is part of the Tunisian loop method. I'm going to bring the very end of my very, very, very long cord, my 52-inch cord. I'm going to bring it to the end of right next to my hook. And usually with reverse pass, you yarn over, pull through one loop, yarn over, pull through two. Here what I'm going to do is yarn over. I'm going to yarn around from the bottom to the top, around the edge of this hook, the end of this extended hook. I'm going to yarn over, pull through one. So I've essentially created this loop on the hook at the end of the extended hook. And now yarn over, pull through two. Before I yarn over, pull through two, I'm going to yarn over, again, go from the bottom around to create this other loop on the end of the extended hook. Yarn over now and pull through two. And that's the end. Yarn over, pull through two all the way back. So I'm going to do a few of these, and then I'm going to stop and show you what I did. You can see here, this is just business as usual, yarning over, pulling through two, standard Tunisian crochet reverse pass. But what you can see I've done here is I've created these two loops on the end of the extended hook, and I'm going to use them in just a minute when just as I complete my reverse pass. Now you may notice I didn't join my foundation chain in the round. That's just a personal preference. I could have started this work in the round, but I find that if I leave a nice tail, a 4-inch tail, I could have probably left myself an even longer tail. It's nice. I find I have a much nicer result using the tail to weave the foundation chain together after I complete the work, and that's personal preference. All right, so that's what I'm demonstrating. When I have 3 loops remaining on my hook, this is where the joining in the round happens. All right. what I'm going to do now is take these two loops, these two threads that I created. I kind of think of them as one loop but two threads, okay? I'm going to bring them all the way with these. Here's the 3 loops that are remaining on my hook. I'm going to bring them right next to each other. And I'm going to bring the very first, now this is the key part, the very first loop from the forward pass that's on my hook, I'm going to bring it over those 2 threads. And it's a little bit fiddly, just use your fingers, over like that, so they're crossed. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to yarn over, but pull through not just the 2 as I usually would, but the 3, leaving this first vertical bar from the forward pass on my hook. So, yarn over, pull through 3. And you may need to use your fingers there for that one little maneuver. There you go. And now, yarn over, pull through 2, as usual, and now I'm ready to move forward again. So let's take a look at my work that I've done in the round. You can see here my foundation chain isn't joined to itself, but I'm going to nicely weave that together later on. Right now the fabric isn't really, hasn't taken